Okay, I got my second whiskey of the night here. It's a big box. This box says Glenmorangie on it. 18-year-old. Wow, this might be some treat. It's got a bit of dust on it because I've had it since the 28th of May, something like that. Oh, this is imposing. This is monolithic. It's like something out of what was that movie? The one with the HAL computer that went crazy, and they had the monolith. It was it 1999? Forgot. Anyway, monolithic box. Details on this one. It was the 28th of May. I got it from Craft Cellars in Alberta for $124.99. Now, for an 18-year-old whiskey in British Columbia, including taxes and everything, it'll usually cost you $200. A typical 18-year-old, unless it's like Glenfiddich or Glenlivet, which will be about $40 or $50 less. But most 18-year-old whiskeys in British Columbia will cost you a couple $100. So $125 here, and the shipping is maybe $22, $23. So we're talking just around $150 for an 18-year-old single malt Scotch. That's a good deal by BC standards, by British Columbia standards. So yeah, buying out of, even including the shipping, buying out of Alberta is definitely worth it if you want to save a bit of money and get the same experience. But this experience you can't even get. I've never seen this one in British Columbia, and it was on sale down in Alberta, so I took advantage of that. Now let's see what they send me email every so often about what is on sale. Oh, look at that! It opens up like this, and there's our bottle of Glenmorangie right here. Yeah, extremely rare, it says. Well, this is going to be nice to try. Close this box, and it's going to go on the wall somewhere back there. And here is our 18-year-old bottle of Glenmorangie. Does it say anything special on it? Does it say anything on the box? No, this is a classy presentation. It doesn't say anything on the box except this little label here and that. So I guess whatever information there is, it will be on the bottle, and there isn't really a lot there either. So I will read what's on the bottle after I have got it open, and after I have, I think I've got the pull tab. Yes, I do. Here it is. Oh, it takes the whole thing off. We got fancy cork stopper. Real cork and fancy wood on top of it. The Glenmorangie Distillery Company, established 1843. All right. Should I take some of that off too? Yeah, I think so. Let's take some of this stuff off too. There, we got the bottle. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now, what does it say here on the neck? The Glenmorangie. The Glenmorangie, over and over again. Okay. Oh, it just says the Glenmorangie over and over again. Okay, here. Glenmorangie Highland single malt Scotch whisky, distilled and matured in Rossshire, produced in Scotland since 1843, perfected by the 16 Men of Tain, extremely rare. Specially aged rare malt Scotch whisky matured in oak casks, a malt of distinction with a rich bouquet and full rounded flavor, the Glenmorangie. But it doesn't say anything else, doesn't give any details, doesn't say what kind of casks, doesn't say anything. Inside the box, is there anything? Oh, wait, there's a bit of writing here. What, I almost missed that. What does it say? In the far north of Scotland, on the shores of the Dornoch Firth, lies the Glenmorangie distillery, established in 1843. This exquisite expression has lain undisturbed in superior oak casks and Oloroso sherry casks. Okay, so we're talking ex-bourbon and Oloroso, revealing sumptuous flavors of vanilla, almonds, dried fruits, expression of great depth and richness. Okay, and a fancy box. So it does say Oloroso. It does say oak. So we're guessing ex-bourbon, ex-Oloroso. Is the Oloroso European oak or American oak? I don't know. We'll see how much bitterness or tannics or tannins we'll get in here. Probably not. What does it say? 75 centiliters, 43% alcohol by volume. So it's going to be pretty mild. I'm definitely getting some of the raisins and prunes and figs and dates that you would get from Oloroso. But it's not a sherry bomb. It appears to be quite balanced on the nose so far. Because I'm not usually a big fan of sherry bombs. I like some sherry, yes, but I don't want the sherry to overpower everything else that's in there. On the nose, yes. Raisins, figs, dates. And yes, I am getting some almonds, vanilla, and blended in with that Oloroso dark, ripe, and dried fruits. How does the other side of the nose like it? Getting a little more vanilla here. And there's the almonds again. This is a lot more subtle than the La Santa or the Quinta Rubin. And I just finished 2 bottles of Quinta Rubin in the last week. And those were the 12-year-old and the 14-year-old. This is a lot more subtle. It's older. It's mellower. But definitely getting the Oloroso out front and having to dig for the almonds and the vanillas. And what are we getting on the palate? Let's cleanse that. Mm. Okay. Overpowering Oloroso sherry. Big fruits. Big, dark, dried fruits. Figs, dates. Um, some raisins, but more figs and more dates. Um, the almonds that I was getting on the nose, I'm not getting now on the palate. It has a dry finish. Dry finish, just like the Cragganmore I had before this one. Dry, dark fruit finish. I'm gonna cleanse my palate and take a second sip, but maybe one not so big. Hmm. Well, that's very pleasant if you like Oloroso. Oh, the Oloroso dominates, but also as it transitions towards the finish, I'm getting a marshmallow note just on the top of the palate. So I'm getting dark, ripe, and dried figs and dates, and not so much raisin, but then I'm getting marshmallow and then dryness. I'm sure that if I let this sit open for a while, I will get more complexity with each sip and I will pick up more flavor notes. What do I get on the nose now? Figs, dates, yeah. Oh, figs. I'm reminded of when I was a kid. My dad would bring home um, figs that were stuck on that were pierced, and they were on I guess, a piece of. It wasn't rope. It was like a natural stock of some kind. It was a natural. Um, ah. Anyway, these figs were on this natural vine, I suppose it was, and it was tied up on one end, and all the figs were stuck on it. You could pull the figs off of it, and I'm reminded of that right now in the nose. It smells just like those figs. This is the most fig-forward nose I've ever encountered. And that's not a bad thing. I like figs a lot. I used to eat them by the dozen. And since I'm going to Montreal in the next week, in fact, I will probably be in Montreal by the time this video goes public. I might be enjoying some of those figs right now. Never seen them around here, but I do remember them from Montreal. Yeah, when I'm on my way to a trip, I often uh, get nostalgic about the place I'm going to. And what's really funny is that yesterday, while sleeping before going to work, I had a dream of being there. So you can tell that I'm looking forward to this trip. But back to the whiskey. It's delicious. It's rich. It's complex. I'm getting something else besides fruit. Something else besides dryness. Oh, this is wonderful stuff. I can't fault it. Would it be more interesting with a higher ABV? No, I think the 43% is just spot on for this particular expression. This Glenmorangie 18 is really nice. I'm going to savor it. There's some more vanilla now on the nose. And also on the palate. It's just lovely what flavors are coming out of this. And if this gets even better as it opens up, it's going to be a fantastic bottle. Oh my goodness. Slanchaba.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.